Pope Francis is in the U.S. and Nashville will be well represented during his stay in our country. Bishop David Shoby joins hundreds of Catholic bishops who will meet with the Pope tomorrow. As News Channel 5's Mark Bellinger explains, retired priest Joseph Breen is also going to Washington.
That's right, Rory. He's very excited and honored to be one of the few people who will get to hear Pope Francis on Thursday. Breen will be in the gallery of the U.S. House when Pope Francis gives a speech to members of Congress. Pope Francis's speech will be historic. He will be the first pope to address a joint session of Congress.
Usually the families and the special guests are up in the gallery.
Retired Nashville priest Father Joseph Breen will be Congressman Jim Cooper's special guest in the Capitol to hear what Pope Francis has to say.
How often do they get to hear a speaker, nonpartisan, not Democrat, not Republican, to proclaim what I consider to be the truth, what I proclaim to be intelligent, wisdom.
Breen has been outspoken in his years as a priest in Nashville. For 30 years, he was pastor at St. Edward Church and was reprimanded 3 times by bishops for his views on issues contrary to the teachings of the church. Breen hopes Pope Francis will encourage bishops to not ignore the feelings of Catholics on issues like married priests, contraception, divorce, and same-sex marriage.
I think we should all be encouraged to be controversial because Pope Francis is giving us an example. He wants open dialogue. He wants bishops to come together and argue and discuss the various teachings, and he makes it very clear he wants the bishops to meet with the people.
New research shows more than half of American adults raised Catholic have left the church at some point in their lives. Breen hopes at the very least the papal visit will bring some of those people back.
I think this is going to be a real grace. It's going to be a way of reconciling many of those people who felt that they didn't belong to the church.
30 years ago, it would have been stunning to most Americans for a pope to address Congress. Diplomatic relations were not established between the U.S. and the Vatican until 1984 when President Ronald Reagan was president. Rory.
Mark, thanks. Come in.